Coming up in EastEnders, Emmerdale and Coronation Street next week. Here are 6 exciting Coronation Street spoilers for next week, including black mold concerns, daddy drama and a big verdict. Don't go anywhere. Spoiler 1. Alfie's health scare reveals a worrying secret. In the cafe, Abby leaves a frustrated message for her landlord, complaining about damp in her flat, telling Leanne he never answers and she doesn't even know his name. In Speed Dahl, a huge bouquet arrives from Idris, and when he shows up to apologize, Abby is left wondering if she should forgive him. But the truth hits later when Abby arrives mid-call, hears Idris's phone ringing, and realizes she's finally tracked down her mystery landlord. Spoiler 2. Alfie rushed to hospital. Abby puts coughing Alfie to bed, unaware of black mold, but he later struggles to breathe and is rushed to A&E by Kevin, with Idris and Carl alarmed as he's taken into ICU overnight. Doctors confirm the mold is causing Alfie's illness and tell Abby she'll need new accommodation, while Leanne and Alia warn Idris the flat's previous owner may be responsible. Idris and Brody discover the mold themselves, and Idris heads to the hospital, though his reception is uncertain. Abby also becomes suspicious, telling Sally she saw Brody forcing a man into Idris's car, and Sally later tells Tim Idris may be leading Brody into trouble. Back home after hospital, Abby and Alfie move in with Kevin. Abby returns to the flat where Idris and Brody are attempting to fix the damp, but she's unimpressed and tells Idris she's taking him to court. In the Rovers, Brody introduces Kit to Idris, who is shocked to discover Kit is a police officer. Sally later encourages Abby to sue Idris and suggests involving Adam. Over drinks, Sally and Abby convince Adam to take on Abby's case against Idris. Spoiler 3. Sam knows exactly where he should be. Sam quickly calms down and heads back to Nick to say sorry for his earlier overreaction, acknowledging that Nick was only ever trying to do what was best for him. With things smoothed over, Sam comes to accept that he is, in fact, in the best place he should be. Spoiler 4. Family secrets emerge for Tyrone and Cassie. At number 9, Cassie spots Hope and Ruby deep into an email, but they stay tight-lipped, insisting it's a surprise for Tyrone. At the Rovers, Tyrone and Fizz's romantic moment is interrupted by Steve, Cassie and Tracy. Fed up with Tracy, Cassie is told Tyrone will have to accept her if she wants Steve, so she shocks everyone by proposing to Steve in the cab office. Feeling rejected after seeing Steve cozy with Tracy, Cassie hits Chariot Square, drinks vodka, and flirts with a stranger, making a risky move. Hope later tells Ruby everything is ready for tomorrow, brushing off Fizz's questions. Cassie returns and tries to act normal as Steve wants a fresh start. The truth is revealed when Hope and Ruby announce they've traced Tyrone's dad via DNA, and Ross arrives at the bistro. Cassie warns Ross about Tyrone, but he pushes her to try harder. At Speed Dahl, Tyrone is surprised to find Steve, Tracy and Ross together, and despite Cassie's worry, Tyrone softens towards Ross and agrees to meet him. Spoiler 5. Christina's secret starts to surface. At number 11, George apologizes to Summer for ever suspecting she could be capable of murder and promises to make it up to her. But Christina is clearly rattled when a phone call comes in, and she quickly ends it. When George later suggests a romantic bistro dinner, she turns him down, claiming she's taken on extra cleaning work, leaving him disappointed. Still suspicious, Glenda searches Christina's handbag in Roy's rolls while she's in the loo and is shocked by what she finds. George follows Christina to the precinct and is stunned to see her meet a man and embrace him. He confronts her, and Christina admits she's in serious trouble. George urges her to be honest with her friends and hope they'll understand. Spoiler 6. The verdict's in. Ben receives a call confirming Megan's verdict is in, and in court the jury delivers its decision. But has justice been served? Elsewhere, Hope reassures Will that school gossip about him has been positive, and he and Daniel agree to put the past behind them. Later, Hope invites Will to visit Sam, while Will admits he's quitting athletics because it reminds him of Meghan. And if you enjoyed these Coronation Street spoilers, subscribe so you can come back for more news from the Cobbles. Here are 6 exciting EastEnders spoilers for next week, including a kidnapping, cheating suspicions, and big secrets. Don't go anywhere. Spoiler 1. Bee kidnaps Honey. A cordon outside number 18 draws the attention of local residents. Nicola and Honey meet Billy in secret, but tension rises when Honey is told a detective wants to question her about what she's uncovered. Wanting to flush Bee out and prove Billy's innocence, Honey joins others in staging a live stream vigil. Afterwards, she spots a hooded figure, gives chase, and confronts a shaken Bee. As Honey pushes her to speak out, a struggle follows, and Honey is knocked unconscious. Bee bundles her into a car and drives off. Honey later wakes in a locked cottage with Bee, who insists they sort things out. Back home, alarm bells ring when Honey goes missing. Linda tracks her phone to a bush, where it's found smashed. Billy fears the worst as Nicola, Suki, and Linda set out to find her. Spoiler 2. Cindy's suspicious. Cindy starts to raise an eyebrow at Priya's behaviour after she witnesses a heated clash between her and Ivani. Max steps in to defend Priya, explaining her complicated situation with Ravi. However, Priya soon finds out what's been said and is quick to confront Max, angrily warning him to stop discussing her private life. The tension doesn't end there, as Max and Priya end up clashing over his habit of speaking too freely, while Cindy's suspicions about Priya only continue to grow. Spoiler 3. Priya makes big threats. Max insists he's organising a surprise, but Priya isn't convinced and blackmails him into meeting her. When they end up at the Archers, Max attempts to put a stop to things, but he gives in to temptation once again. Things take a chaotic turn when Cindy and Lauren arrive unexpectedly. Panicking, Max hides Priya in the boot of a car, which Lauren then drives off without realising she's there. Cindy's suspicions about Max only grow as he scrambles to cover his tracks. After a close call, Priya manages to escape from the boot and seeks out Suki for support. Priya then threatens to expose Max. Spoiler 4. Kojo enters the dating scene. Kojo turns to Harry and Gina for a bit of advice and support, asking them to help him in his search for a girlfriend. Spoiler 5. Kim hides the truth from Denise. Still avoiding Denise, Kim is on edge about her secret involving Sheila being exposed. Jack urges her to go and see Denise, and guilt finally pushes Kim to face her, though she keeps quiet about Sheila. Kim and Howie then confront Sheila to challenge her motives, but things take another turn when Sheila later passes on Ian's defense strategy after overhearing him at Night Fusion, gaining access to Jordan in the process. With everything spiraling, Kim is left worried about what Denise will come home to. Spoiler 6. Amy worries about Jack. Amy becomes increasingly concerned about Jack, while Denzel makes an effort to cheer her up and take her mind off things. And if you enjoyed these EastEnders spoilers, subscribe so you can come back for more news from the square. Here are 8 Emmerdale spoilers for next week, including more devastating news for the Dingles and Kev accused. Stay tuned. Spoiler 1. Kane warns Graham off. Kyle is desperate for answers when he learns that Joe was responsible for his mum's death. But Graham intervenes when Kyle is confronting Joe and Kim. Kane later storms round all guns blazing to warn Graham and the Tates to stay away from Kyle. Joe soon urges Graham to decide whose side he is on. Spoiler 2. Kyle starts another fire, and Monty is trapped. When Kane loses his temper at Kyle, Kyle responds by setting a shed on fire. Monty the dog is trapped inside, and Kane kicks in the door to rescue him. Staggering out of the shed with Monty in his arms, Kane rushes the pooch to the vets, and Kyle is full of guilt. Spoiler 3. Devastating news for the Dingles. Paddy arrives at Wishing Well with some awful news. Monty has cancer. Kane later collects Monty from the vets and doesn't know what to do for him. He takes the dog for a walk and realizes the irony that he wants to save Monty, but won't help himself in the same scenario. What will Kane decide? Spoiler 4. A cry for help stuns Caleb. Kerry and Caleb find a label sewn into one of their counterfeit shoes saying, "Help me." Kerry insists he has to go to the police, but Caleb asks for time to figure out what to do. Caleb later speaks to Cammy about the markup on branded versus non-branded car parts. Confirming to Kerry he has gone to the police, he then tells her what he's learnt from Cammy and thinks that's where their money will come from now. Spoiler 5. Kev tries to bond with Lewis. Desperate to get Lewis to hear him out, Kev explains his tragic past and vows never to go back to prison. He also says he's changed his name to Barton to protect Lewis from the Townsend name. Lewis decides to give him a chance despite Ross's reluctance. However, Lewis and Nicola soon find the cafe has been ransacked and the cash box stolen. Nicola is convinced Kev did it, and Lewis wants to find out the truth. Kev insists he is innocent, but Lewis is having none of it. Will Kev prove he had nothing to do with this? Spoiler 6. Gabby makes a move. Billy finds Gabby upset and comforts her. Sparks fly and Gabby goes in for a kiss. Billy pulls away and Gabby is mortified. Spoiler 7. Serena asks questions. Serena starts asking Moira about Nate's murder. Moira makes it clear she doesn't trust Serena. What is she asking all these questions for? Spoiler 8. Mac can't see a way back. Charity is heartbroken when Mac says he can't see a way back for them after her deception. And if you enjoyed these Emmerdale spoilers, subscribe so you can come back for more.